Ulechein ikra b'sefer Yetzirah avanim, and therefore in Sefer Yetzirah they're called stones. Shtei avanim bonus shnei batim chulu, that two stones build two houses, with the combinations of letters making up different words. V'hamidos elyonos hem b'chinas tzomeach, and the supernal emotional concepts of the attributes above are the concept of the plant that grow, that just like with a plant you have growth and greatening. So too in Zah, in parts of Zerampin, it's called the plant. Yishbo katnus v'gadlus, you have the concepts of making it smaller and greatening it. Sheish mochin de katnus u'mochin de yanika u'mochin de gadlus, that you have the different concepts of nurturance from the mochin above, either in a small way or in the nurturance or in the greatness. Rishon, the gadlus rishon, v'gadlus sheni chulu, the first greatness and the second greatness, and so forth. V'zeu gam, like as is known by the seder of Pesach. V'zeu gam kin inyan eitz erez ve'ezov, and this is also the concept of the cedar tree and the ezov plant that he would throw into the burning of the para aduma. That the cedar are the tall trees of the plant life, and the ezov are the small plants of the plant life. Like the expression in Nach, that from the tree, from the cedar tree that's in Lebanon to the ezov that's on the wall. Parshas Tazria daf mem chesed aleph, u'b'zohar Parshas Mitzora daf nun gimel amud beis. Perush the Erez ve'ezov hu tiferes v'yesod. So in Zohar Mitzorah it explains that these two levels of Erez and Ezov correspond with tiferes and yesod of Zah. In Perush Pardes v'hamikdash melech v'ulam haramaz Perush the Eitz Erez hu hadas. However, the Ramaz is a different Perush, that Eitz Erez is das. The cedar is das v'hineba zohar sham, because of, I guess, instead of tiferes, but maybe yesod is still ezov. Now in Zohar there, it writes shem beis vavin, that there are two vavs, the erez and the ezov. Ub'zohar Parshas Yisur daf samech ches amud aleph, because of the beis vavin hanal zehu b'chinas Moshe v'Yosef. And in Zohar Yisro it says that the two Vavs are Moshe and Yosef. V'sham nisbor dehu Yisod Abba v'Yisod Zah. And there it explains that it's Yisod Abba and Yisod Zer Anpin. And so according to that you can make it fit properly with the explanation of the Ramaz, Yisod Abba hu das de Zer Anpin, because Yisod Abba is das of Zah, the concepts of Moshe and Yosef. So that would be the Erez, and the Yosef would be the Ezov. And it's known Yisod Abba's Aruch. And goes all the way down to Yisod of Zah. So these inyanim are connected. V'chachma nikra chai. Chachma, so that's the domim and the tzomeach. Now chachma is the level of chai, because of chachma tichya, like it says that chachma will enliven. V'zeu inyan mayim chayim, and that's the concept of the living waters, hanovim mitachas haaretz, that flow from underneath the earth. Kachu chachma ma'ayin timatzeh, so too is the wisdom that flows from naught, mebechinas keser shenekra mayim chayim, from the concept of the crown, that's called life-giving waters. והכסר נקרא מדבר. And then the next level is keser, that's the speaker. Shuhu l'mayla mebichinas chayu kanala, that's higher than the concept of the chay in Chachma. Shal ze ne'amar ki imcha mikor chayim, that about that it says, with you is the source of life, the source of the chayim. That the chayim itself, the mayim chayim, is the Chachma. But the mikor chayim is the keser. V'gam nikra b'shem medaber al shem hi yosu mikor adibor, and it's also called the speaker because the keser is the source for the speech. Afsha dibor hu b'chinas domem, even though we said that the speech is the concept of the inanimate with the combinations of letters and so forth. Ela mishum denotes tchilasan b'sofan v'sofan b'tchilasan, but rather it's because of the concept of the beginning is stuck into the end, and the end into the beginning. Daika specifically, Shahamalchus Shosha Mikeser, that the Malchus is rooted in Keser, Ulachin Be'eser Sphiros Der Choser, Hamalchus Hu Keser. Therefore, in the 10 Sphiros of this reflected light, Malchus is Keser. Kemoshikosu Beitz Chayim, Ulekach HaMelech Lovesh HaKeser Ve'atara, and therefore the king is the one who wears the crown. Therefore, the root of speech is drawn specifically from the crown. That because of this, it's called the speaker, the highest level. That comes from keser. Therefore, the letters have this quality that they encompass the intellect, and are a garment for it. Because their root is higher than the wisdom, therefore they encompass the wisdom on the one hand externally, on the other hand from above. Therefore the letters of Torah, their root is from a level that's higher than the wisdom, that's higher than the wisdom that's in them. That the Torah is drawn out from wisdom, but the letters are rooted in that which is beyond wisdom, beyond Chachma, Haga, and a note ubizeh, that a simpleton can go up to the Torah and make a blessing, even though he doesn't understand the simple meaning of the words. But rather because the reading the letters of the written Torah, that's called calling in Torah, reading in Torah, even though he doesn't understand it all, because the letters are one idea and the understanding is a separate one. That is, what does it mean he doesn't understand it? He doesn't understand what's enclosed in the letters. The seichel, the chachma that's in them. But he's still shaykh to the letters themselves, because no chilasim besofa. Fine, because of il beperush beParshas Bereshis b'dibur hamaskil v'yitzer minyan shaychus b'chinas domim lemedber. Dafka. Look what's brought in Torah Or on Vayitzer, where it explains these two yuds, that the man was created with the domim and the medaber together, that the body was from the offer, not from the rekik. So, and therefore, not like the animals where their neshama and their nefesh and their body are shaykh one to another, but v'yipach ba'apav nishmas chaim, by man, the medaber is a higher nefesh, higher neshama, that goes directly to the lowest level of the domain. Shelachein guf shel adam harishon hayatchila, that therefore the body of adam harishon hayatchila b'chinas domim kulu. Ein sham was at first inanimate. Look over there. Va'afal gav shinisbar l'mayla sham medaber kolel. kol hagimel bechinos. Even though we explained above that the level of Medaber includes in it all three levels of inanimate bechinos datzach of domim tzomech and chai. V'china chai kolol gam ken tzomech v'domim. And so to the alive, that which is alive includes in it the plant and the inanimate. V'china tzomech kolol bechinos domim, and the plant includes within it the inanimate. Al derech mashal hamidos shenikrat tzomech, like the emotions that are called a plant that grow a growth. Kololim gamkin bechinas domim, they include in it the inanimate. Hainu bechinas osios, the concept of letters in the emotions. Kibi spailos amida kolel ba bechinas osios behelam, because in the arousal of emotion is included within it letters of expression in a hidden way. Vasechel shebechinas chai kolol gamkin bechinas tzomeach v'domim, and the intellect, which is this concept of that which is alive, includes within it also the growth and the inanimate, shehin amidos shebeseichel, which are the emotions of the intellect, as they are in the intellect. That's the growth that's within the intellect. V'ha'osios, and the letters as well. V'zeu inyan miloi yud, and that's the concept of the miloi of the letter yud, shu vav daled, which is a vav and daled. Havav hu shisha midos, that within the intellect you have also the emotions, and vav is the gematria 6 of the 6 emotions, and the yud v'adaled hu b'chinas dibur, and the daled is the speech, the inanimate, shehayu klulim tchila b'yud shuhu chachma, which is included at first in the yud, which is wisdom. V'achar kach tzamchu amidos v'noldu aseichel chulu, and afterwards the emotions grew and were born from the intellect. So to the level of the crown, shu bechinas medaber, which is the speaker, kolel gamkin, kolel kol hagimel bechinos anal, includes all of these three ideas, shem chachmo midos ve'osios, which are the wisdom, the emotions, and the letters, hanikrat datzach. V'zeu inyan muchasti masha bekeser, and so what are these ideas within keser? The chai within keser is the mochastima, the hidden wisdom. Umidos ta'arich haim pinchul, when you have the emotional concepts within arich, as the tzomeach. Ubevadai bechinas achai hakolol b'medaber, and certainly the concept of the alive, which is included within the speaker, gavua le'in kates mi bechinas achai atzmo, is much higher than the alive as it is on its own. So too with all the levels. Masha ha'elyon kolel ha'bechina tachtonos, this which the higher includes within it the lower levels. Him sham mishubachim harbe bechinas hatachtonos mamash, they're much greater than the lower levels themselves. Vim kain kivin shegam ha'chachma shosha me'akeser, and if so, since wisdom itself is rooted in keser, kamosha osios shoshan mekeser, just like the letters are rooted in keser. How could the letters have a level that's higher than Chachma? So all of this is just an explanation. All this explanation is just to ask this question that we said that it's chilas mesofim, the letters are rooted in the medaber, the letters are rooted within keser. But now we said, but they're all of these inyanim are included within keser. Why then, and they're all on a higher level as they are there, why then do we say specifically that the osios have a special connection to Keser, more than Chachma. And because of that, we'll call Keser, the speaker specifically, Al Shem Dibur Hanim Shach Mimenu. And why do we call the Medaber the level of Keser, the speaker, because of the speech that comes from it, not because of the wisdom that also comes from it. However, we can say that indeed the root of the letters within Keser is still higher than the root of Chachma within Keser. Because even though below the wisdom is higher, that even though the letters are, or that the Chachma has a higher source, that the Chachma is higher than the letters, but aval b'shoshan, but in their source, in their root, hulahapech, it's the opposite. That there, the letters are higher than the Chachma.